Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Ryan Cummings. We are learning more about a 9-year-old girl hit and killed near her home last night in southeast Louisville. A small memorial is now growing where a driver hit Emmy Kuma. That is 18-year-old Curtis Dickerson. He's charged with robbery and tampering with physical evidence. Police say he and 2 others were sitting in a Jeep last night in a hotel parking lot on Bardstown Road. Union workers at General Electric will soon vote on a new 4-year contract, but employees seem split, especially as a buyout deal remains uncertain. The recent wet weather is affecting the waterfront. There's flooding all over and debris, but Thunder organizers say even with 6 days until the big event, they are ready for anything. After learning their New Albany plant could close, Pillsbury employees reached to a higher power with prayer. They were deployed to an undisclosed location in the Persian Gulf, but today they're back home in Kentucky. So what's it really like to pilot a 30-foot boat at 200 miles an hour? There are people who do it every year at the Madison Regatta. WDRB's Chris Suter got some insight from one of them who has quite the resume on the water. And of course, a busy night out there along the water because it's the first time in a long time that the fireworks show has come back to the waterfront. It's a nice night too because the rain that we've seen this last couple of weeks finally gone. And of course, the Wisconsin Badgers dropped the UK Wildcats in the Final Four, so UK ends the season 38-1.
Ryan.
And you can actually hear a plane going over us right now. We're in the Parkway Village neighborhood, which is just off of Preston Highway. Now, on this side of the street, the government has already paid for certain things like doors, insulation, and windows. But take a couple steps, about 10 steps on this side of the street, residents over here do not qualify. Say, for instance, you want to pick up a bottle of wine after work, or just a case of beer for the weekend. All Aboard Liquors here in LaGrange is one of only 3 places in the entire county where it's currently allowed. They found on August 12th between the hours of 4 and 6 p.m. during rush hour that 59 bikes were in this area, 7 of which did not even use the lane. The mayor saw what was happening, so he parked his car in this parking lot, noticed the suspect running around this tavern, and then watched him run through this alley where he tackled him with police. The bridge is not the only erosion issue. Take, for instance, this area that used to be a parking lot right next to the river. The town says because of what's happening with the pavement, there's bad erosion underneath it, and if something is not done soon, this will end up in the Ohio. The Ruleys have been collecting these displays for more than 40 years. This manger set was one of their first. Now they have more than 250, and as you can imagine, the electric bill is not cheap.